Hey guys, it's I Plays the Games here, and this is a quick intro to tell you that my audio derped during the recording, so I'm sorry, but just enjoy. Thanks for watching. Alright, hey guys, it's I Plays the Games, and I have my friend sonicdeadlock here.
Hi.
And right now he made this video, he made this entire Buildcraft mod review.
And right now you can just see all the different things I was making. Pipes are just a type of pipe with glass in the middle, and then two of whatever item it is. And you can see I placed a redstone pipe down here, and it needs redstone, it needs a redstone signal to power. And a wooden pipe takes items out of an inventory, and stone and cobblestone pipes just transport it. And you can see here it's being transported out of that one chest and being put into the other chest.
And you're using a redstone engine.
Yes, a redstone engine. And a redstone engine doesn't need any fuel.
Okay. So right now you're making... What are you making?
Well, I'm making a stone factory. And on the top chest there's cobblestone, and on the bottom chest there's coal. Okay. And I'm going to pump cobblestone into the top and coal into the bottom. And you can see with a wrench I can change the direction of the engine.
Yeah, now you're putting a lever down that's gonna start both of it, and it's just gonna put it in the furnace, right?
Yes, and where you put the pipe is very important. I'll see the bottom one is putting in the bottom inventory, and the top pipe is putting in the top inventory.
Yeah. So, and that's just smelting the cobblestone. That's good. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no clue how any of this works. Mr. Deadlock is the genius behind all of this.
And as you see here, I'm just going to pump the stone out, and I'm going to put it into another chest. And what you see on the sides is called anyother, and it just helps. It's better than too many items.
Right now you're just fast forwarding all of this.
Yeah, some of it. Well, this isn't sped up, but there are some things that are sped up.
That's good. So, this is our first video together.
And you do see here, sorry, but it will overflow, and then it'll just drop the items.
Okay. So this is an automatic crafting table?
Yes, and that's what I've been using to so far to help demonstrate how to make everything, and it'll just hold the items. And
it doesn't drop it?
It won't drop it, and I think I'm about to demonstrate it here, yes.
So it's... Oh, go ahead.
What an automatic crafting table is you can pump the first item in, the craftable items. In this example, it's going to be wood, and then you can pump out the result item.
Okay, so... And right now you're making a chest.
Yep.
And yeah, so this is our first video together, and obviously we're gonna make a lot more, but this is probably our first mod review, and this looks like a really good one.
Yeah, and if you saw on the wooden pipe, there's one side that's darker or thicker, and that's the side the items will be pumped out of, and you can also change that with the wrench.
And so now you're demonstrating, like, you take some of...
Well, what it's going to do is it's going to pump wood into the first chest, or it's going to pump wood into the first crafting table, and then you'll get wooden planks, and it's going to pump that into the second one and make chests for me.
And a wrench just reverses everything, right?
Well, it just changes the direction, yes, and it won't change to any direction that doesn't make sense. Like redstone engine, if it's not pointing, it won't point to something that won't take the redstone power or the engine power.
So it's pumping out the wood and turning it into
and then jungle. It's pumping out the wooden planks.
Yeah. Now it's gonna put it into the crafting table.
And it'll automatically put the items in the right slot for you in the automatic crafting table.
And the download link will obviously be in the description, or the forums page link. So download this mod.
To the Buildcraft forums, not the Minecraft forums.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, see, I don't even know what's going on.
You see, I put in normal wood and I got out a chest.
Yep. Chestception! So you just
you do see here, there are different power levels, and the highest level is like the reddish orange, and then red, and it doesn't really matter, and you see here it's pumping out much faster, but it doesn't really matter in a redstone engine, but with the combustion engine and steam, if they do get to this level, they do have a chance of exploding when they get hot enough.
Oh.
So you don't want that, and you see that that does happen later.
And if this is gonna be in 2 parts because it's a long video. So
Yeah, it'll
oh,
probably be in the second part. And you see here I made another system to make automatic crafting tables for me.
wow. You could get a lot done with all of this.
Yeah, you should see logistics pipes.
I actually think you put a video response to one of mine as yeah, some
Yeah,
logistics.
showing automatic crafting system with logistics pipes.
Yeah. What's that book?
That book is with a different mold called Mistcraft, and that's how I made this crazy world. You'll see the outside is really weird.
Okay. So here you're just showing how to make these engines, mining
A
wells,
mining
tank.
well, tank holds liquid, and a pump will actually pump out liquid, and it's just a mining well or a tank on top of a mining well.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is the world.
So,
And all you have to do is put the tank over, or sorry, pump over a water source, and you can power it with redstone engines, but I would recommend using 4 redstone engines if you're gonna get some serious out of it, or just like what I did. I just use steam engines, and I made waterproof piping, and waterproof piping just allows you to transport liquids. But steam engines take coal or charcoal as an input to power them, and combustion engines take fuel or oil, and oil can be found in the world, and I'll show you how to make fuel later.
awesome. So right now you're putting a lever down and you're just gonna pump out water.
Yeah, I'm just going to pump water in tank.
So can it pump out? It pumps out water. Could it pump out like lava?
And it can pump out lava or oil, and those are the only 3 liquids in Minecraft.
The only 3 things with physics.
Yeah, liquid physics. That can be placed in the world. Fuel is also liquid, and it can go into tanks, but you can't put it out in the world. And you see here, I'm just pumping it out of one tank and putting it into the other tank to demonstrate that you can take it out of a tank and put it back into a tank.
This is awesome. Look at that cow.
Yes, cows.
Cows. So now you're making obsidian transport pipes.
Yes, and what an obsidian transport pipe will do is it'll pick up items out of the world. So dropped items, it'll take those and just pump it into another pipe.
So is that the obsidian transport pipe?
Yes, the purple one. And you see I can just drop items next to it and it'll pick them up.
Wow.
And then I set it to deposit them into the chest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's really useful when you want to use red power integration.
What's
See
an
here, yes, this is an architect's table. And what that will do, it'll either turn a template or a blueprint into something you can use. So you see here, and behind the GUI, you can see a weird shape type thing I made. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that onto a template and a blueprint. And I forgot to show the recipe for a blueprint.
So it's lapis surrounded by paper.
Yeah. And the difference between a template and well, what it can do is then put it into a builder, and a builder will actually build it for you. And you have to first mark out the area with a landmark that you want to use, and it has to be a 3-dimensional area. And what I do to link the landmarks together is I right-click on them. And you see you get that red line connecting them. And you have to be very sure to them all on the same Y and X levels. You see I got a 3-dimensional box.
Okay.
And then as I put an archetypal next down to one of them, I can collect the landmarks because they are pretty expensive. And I'm just going to put the template into it, and I named it MS.
And what's it making?
Well, it's going to make another template. This one will be labeled the mess, and it'll actually record where everything is. And you see I have a chest with items in it. And it didn't work here, but when you use it with alchemical chest from Equivalent Exchange, it does save the items, but in here it didn't save the items in the chest, and that's kind of a glitch or a hack, if you want to call it. And the difference between a blueprint and a template is a template will just place blocks down where those blocks are, but a blueprint will actually place the exact blocks where those blocks are.
And, so you're getting a builder?
Yes, and that's how you make a builder. I only need one, but I grabbed a stack of 64. And you see as I place it down, and I put the template in, it'll show the same box that it was before. I just put in a few stones, or a few pieces of stones, and then, oops, and it needs to be powered by redstone engines. Or not redstone engines, steam engines are better. And I grabbed some more stone to help with the number of items.
So you're just putting in more stone, and then you're going to start the builder with steam engines, and then it's just going to build it.
Yep.
Let's see this.
And you see that little robot thing isn't actually in a few other items, but what it's going to do is it's actually going to clear out the area.
So
Make
it's
sure
going to
it's ready.
And you're speeding this up.
Yes. There are four different levels of the laser. You see the laser that's coming out? Red is the lowest and slowest level, and that's just determined by how much power you put into it, because steam engines aren't that powerful. The next level is yellow, then there's green, and then there's blue, and blue is fastest.
The laser is scaring the cow away.
Yep. And you can see it's the same shape, but it's not the same items.
Oh. Got everything.
Yeah, it's, where every block was placed in the other one, there's a block placed here.
So if you made like a monument out of, say like cobblestone with a template, you could, instead of using, you could put in iron blocks, so you wouldn't have to waste it.
Yeah.
So that's.
And you see here, it's actually telling me what items I need to make it. Remember, Builder actually puts the exact items in the same place.
So a template's pretty cool.
And here I'm just helping out the Builder.
Laser.
And this video is sped up to 300%, so you can see that the red laser is actually pretty slow, but it does get the job done.
So while you're waiting for it to be built or whatever, you can just go mining for.
Yeah, as long as the chunk is loaded, it'll build it.
So do you have to be within visible?
It doesn't have to be visible. The chunk just has to be loaded. And you get far enough away from it. It depends on what your computer's spec'd up to, but when you get far enough away from a chunk, it doesn't stay loaded. And you can see here that the steam engines do get red, and they don't explode here, but had I left them running, they would have. And see, I have a combustion engine here, which is taking oil and water, and I'm using water to cool it.
And as you can see, it's kind of a CPU / GPU intensive process.
Yeah. Well, it's not that intensive relative to normal Minecraft. And you can see with landmarks, you can actually place down a redstone signal next to them, and they will emit those blue lines, so it's easier to mark them where they are. What I'm making here is cord, and this will actually dig out the area for you and deposit the items either in a tube or a chest for you.
How do you get a gear? How do you make a gear?
Gear starts out with a wooden gear, and it's just 4 sticks in that shape, and then you surround it by the higher level.
Okay,
whether
so
it's
like
stone or iron, gold, or whatever.
Alright, so that's awesome.
And what I do have here, I don't think I showed the recipe, but are redstone power pipes, or not teleport pipes, power transport pipes. And those pipes are just whatever pipe it is with a piece of redstone on top, like it was with waterproofing. And you see here the quarry is making the area, and it'll actually clear out the area. And you see blue is much faster than the red.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not. This isn't sped up, but or is it? Is this sped up?
I think it is. Either way, it's still much faster.
Getting rid of the grass and putting in the
orange girders. I think they're called girders. I don't know. They don't actually have a name.
Wow. The sheep's gonna get it.
And one thing that you did see earlier was the refiner. What that does is it turns oil into fuel, and it also requires power. But it was the red type thing that I didn't talk about.
Oh, it's golden.
And
so now that it's been built.
Yeah, the quarry head is starting. And it'll actually move over to the other corner and start taking out the area. And this is sped up.
So with what will the quarry do? I mean, besides, I know it's gonna like dig up everything, but.
And you see at the top it's just throwing out the items because it has nowhere else to put them. But if I place a chest down next to it, it will. I'm stopping it here, and you see that will keep running. It does have some stored energy, but I'm stopping all the energies or engines.
So now that you're taking a chest and
you can put the chest on any side, but now it's depositing the items in the chest. And for this, you don't need a wooden pipe. You can just hook up a stone, cobblestone, or golden pipe. And the difference between a stone and cobblestone is cobblestone has more friction, and the items will actually slow down more in there. And a gold pipe will actually accelerate the items and make them go faster. And you'll see that later.
So now that it's cleared out, like, or it is clearing out a layer, but.
Yeah, and in a second, I think I'll cut it to where it's clearing out more.
Great. Okay.
And this is a diamond pipe, and what it'll do is it'll actually sort the items and tell them where to go. And you can see it doesn't actually use up the item, it just creates a temporary item in the inventory. And you can put any item in there.
So how many mods did you have running while you were recording this video?
I think I had 34 mods installed, and that includes Buildcraft and Red Power, which count as like 4 or 5 mods each, because there are 4 or 5 different packages. And what's on the other side is I made a stone furnace, so it'll take the coal and put it in the bottom of those furnaces, and take the cobblestone and put it at the top of the furnaces.
Okay, that's awesome. Lapis.
And since I couldn't access the top of it, I just went to the bottom of it.
Go light. Oh,
you
wow.
You see here the quarry's finished, and this actually took quite a while. I did actually help it out a little bit, but it will do it on its own, and it just ignores the bedrock.
Diamonds. Oh my god. Goodness.
Yeah. And I don't know why it should pull all the way up and work its way over to one of the corners, and it didn't.
Like return to its original position.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but it just didn't. Next thing we're going to do is work with gates, and these go on top of pipes, and it allows you to detect different things in the regarding the pipes. And you can see you need lasers and an assembly table.
R.
Yeah, I know. Type that in. I was trying to spell assembly table.
Yep.
And you just place down an assembly table in front of it, and you can put chests down where it'll deposit the finished items. And the lasers just need power. And there are a bunch of different recipes for the assembly table, and you'll see some of them. To make a redstone gate, you just need redstone. To make an iron gate, you need redstone and iron. I didn't show that. But to make a golden gate, chipset, sorry. To make a golden chipset, you need gold and redstone, and a diamond chipset requires diamond and redstone. And to make the actual gates, you do need wires, which is just the dye with redstone and iron.
Pipes, you just redstone, iron, and the color.
Yes, and the dye.
Dye, green, whatever colors it.
Yes, and you can select multiple items for the machine to make, or the assembly table to make, but the higher level it is, or the more expensive it is, the longer it does take. So a golden gate or a diamond gate will take a long time, and you can see it deposited the finished items in the chest next to it.
And with the chipsets, you make gates, right?
Yes, and you make AND gates or gates.
Awesome. Now you just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I made quite a few. It makes 8 each pipe wire. Makes 8 of them. Normally, the gates will just make 1, but for pipe wires, it makes 8. Just to make it a little bit cheaper.
More redstone.
You need tons of redstone for this machine. You can see that there are too many items in there for it to show all the recipes, so it only shows a handful of the recipes.
You're getting stacks, chipsets, and stuff.
Yeah, and once again, see, it doesn't show all the recipes, it only shows the first few.
So when you put in the chipset with the diamond and... So, okay, if you put in a redstone chipset...
You can get a redstone gate. Yeah, I think it's called a redstone gate. And then you can get an iron and or ore gate, or a golden and or ore gate, or a diamond and or ore gate. And you can see, you can detect various things with it. So if I put it next to an engine, it can detect the state of the engine, or how much space for liquids it has into it. And based on that, it'll actually, if the condition is met, it can transmit a redstone signal, or you can actually put the pipe wires in there. And with diamond and gold pipes, you can see like there's a slot next to it that now has a slash to it. But if it's a detect a liquid or an item, you can actually tell it which item to look for if it's in there, to see if the condition is met.
Right now you're just turning some stuff back on.
Yeah, so you can see that now that the pipe is empty, the condition is met, that it's empty. You can see that there's a red line to show that the condition is met, and you can see that there's a red box around it to also show that the condition is met.
What's that thing in the bottom right corner? Our Sonic Deadlock knows everything about Buildcraft, but doesn't know what's that in the right-hand corner.
Oh, that, I forgot about that. That's a thing that helps my internet run faster, and it came with my motherboard. I didn't realize I was recording that. Sorry.
That's fine. People don't care. They probably want to know what that is, but...
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought it was just running on my computer, not that it was And the other half of it is on my other screen. So I saw that, I'm like, what are you talking about? But here you can see I'm laying down pipe wire, and for the condition being met, or one of the conditions that needs to be met can be the activation of the pipe wire.
So items in inventory. So if there's gravel in the inventory. So wait.
So I said, if the condition is met, turn on the green pipe wire.
The pipe wire is on.
And you can see now that I have an AND gate. Both conditions have to be met for it to give the result. And see, as only one of them is met, it disabled the green pipe wire.
Kind of like JavaScript or Java.
Yeah. And you can see when I put dirt in there, both pipe wires light up, and so do both gates. And when I take the dirt out, they both turn off.
So that's useful for turning on, like
if you wanted an engine to run, if I think that's the end of the video. But if you wanted an engine to run,
I don't think it's the end. There's like a whole 6-7 minutes left. I don't know. But so
and that's
yeah.
what we call a rendering error.
All right. Well, we apologize.
But yeah, that was the whole video.
All right. So I think, well, it's been I Plays the Games.
And Sonic Deadlock.
Subscribe to Sonic Deadlock's channel and visit my channel in the description, because this is going on his channel, because I'm a lazy sack of shit and he made the video.
Why don't we put half of it on your channel and the other half on mine, so that they have to go on both people's channel, and put the first part on your channel?
Ooh, that's evil. I like that.
I know that you scheme.
Money. But anyways, guys, it's been I Plays the Games and friend Sonic Deadlock here. Have a great day and say bye.
Bye.